The year is 2023. The place, a small town in Scotland. It is here that 23-year-old historian and archaeologist Rory Campbell grew up. She's always been interested in myths, legends, and fairy tales, even though no one else in her family was. They all thought it was just silly fantasy. But that never discouraged Rory from believing in what she wanted to believe in, from chasing after what she knew in her heart had to be real. It was because of this that one day, while walking through the woods near her home, she came across an old crumbling stone tower. According to legend, it was said to have been the home of a powerful witch who lived in the area over 400 years ago. Of course, most people didn't believe the witch's tower existed at all, and those who did believed it to be nothing more than a folktale made up by superstitious farmers to scare their children into behaving. But Rory was different. She felt deep down inside of her that the witch's tower was real, and that if she could find it, she would uncover something amazing. After searching for weeks, Rory finally came across a small opening concealed by overgrown vines. And when she stepped inside, she discovered a spiral staircase carved out of solid stone leading up into darkness. As she climbed higher and higher, the air grew colder and colder until finally she reached a door set into the top of the tower. When she pushed it open, she found herself in a room filled with dusty old books and scrolls. And in the center of it all sat a single crystal ball resting on an ornate wooden pedestal. As soon as Rory laid her hand on the crystal ball, a blinding white light filled the room, and when it faded away, she could see that she was no longer in the tower. Instead, she stood in a clearing surrounded by ancient trees. In front of her lay a cobblestone path leading to a magnificent castle bathed in golden light. "Hi, I'm here. Welcome to the Enchanted Castle. Join me today as we explore this magical realm together. But be warned, not everything is as it seems here, and danger lurks around every corner. Are you brave enough to enter this enchanting world? Then let us begin our journey into the unknown." Stepping onto the cobblestone path, Rory began her journey towards the castle. As she walked, strange and beautiful creatures unlike anything she had ever seen before skipped and flew through the trees.
Birds
With rainbow feathers perched on nearby branches, chirping melodies that echoed throughout the forest. A gentle breeze caressed her face, carrying with it the sweet scent of wildflowers and honeysuckle. The air shimmered with an ethereal glow, as if the very essence of magic infused these woods. As she continued deeper into the enchanted realm, Rory's heart raced with anticipation. The castle drew closer, revealing its grandeur. Its towers touched the clouds, its turrets gleamed like stars against the azure sky. Ivy and vines adorned its walls, yet they seemed to dance and swirl in a mesmerizing ballet, rather than simply clinging to the stone. The sight left her breathless, awestruck by the beauty that unfolded before her eyes. Suddenly, a group of tiny winged creatures fluttered around her, their iridescent wings catching the sunlight. One of them, braver than the rest, landed on Rory's shoulder and whispered in a voice like tinkling bells, "Welcome to the hidden realm, historian. We have been expecting you." Confused but intrigued, Rory followed the tiny creature deeper into the woods. The trees parted, revealing a clearing bathed in a soft, otherworldly light. And there it stood, the enchanted castle. Before Rory could even comprehend what she was seeing, she found herself drawn toward its open doors. As she crossed the threshold, a wave of warmth and comfort enveloped her. Inside, she gasped. The castle's interior was even more breathtaking than its exterior. Ornate chandeliers made of crystal and silver sparkled from the vaulted ceilings. Tapestries depicting fantastical scenes adorned the walls. Furniture crafted from ancient wood gleamed with an otherworldly glow. The air hummed with energy, and Rory could feel magic thrumming beneath her feet. As she ventured deeper, she noticed a grand staircase spiraling upwards, its steps shimmering like liquid moonlight. At the top, a majestic figure awaited her, radiating an aura of wisdom and power. Garlands of flowers and leaves adorned her flowing white robes. Her silver hair cascaded down her back, and her eyes twinkled with ancient knowledge. With a warm smile, the woman beckoned to Rory. "You are the historian, aren't you?" she asked, her voice echoing with power. "I've been expecting you." Startled by the woman's words, Rory nodded, unsure how she knew her name or why she'd come to this magical place. "Come," the woman said, extending a hand towards Rory. I am the guardian of the enchanted castle. And you, historian, hold a special destiny here." Hesitantly, Rory took the woman's hand. As their fingers intertwined, a jolt of energy surged through her, and images flashed before her eyes. She saw the castle in peril, its magic fading, and a dark force threatening to consume it. Then the woman's face appeared, etched with worry. "The balance of the realms hangs in the balance," the guardian said, her voice heavy with concern. "The shadow blight encroaches, draining the land of its wonder. Only the historian can restore the enchanted castle and save the hidden realm." With that, the guardian released Rory's hand, stepping back to reveal a long, narrow corridor stretching before them, its walls adorned with cryptic symbols. At the end, a faint light flickered, beckoning them forward. "This is the path of trials," the guardian explained. "Only by facing your fears and embracing the magic within you can you restore the castle and fulfill your destiny." Taking a deep breath, Rory steeled herself. "I may not understand everything," she said, her voice firm with newfound resolve, "but I won't back down from helping this world. Let's go." As Rory stepped into the corridor, its walls shimmered, and the symbols glowed with an eerie light. The air grew heavy, pressing in on her, amplifying her heartbeat. She pressed onward, each step echoing in the oppressive silence. Suddenly, grotesque faces formed in the shadows, contorting into menacing grins. Their eyes glowed with malevolent intent, and guttural voices whispered, "Turn back, historian.
Ow.
This magic is not for you." Fear threatened to overwhelm her, but Rory clenched her fists, pushing through the suffocating darkness. The faces twisted into enraged snarls as she continued, their taunts growing louder. Just when she thought she couldn't endure another moment, the light at the end of the corridor intensified. With a final surge of strength, Rory burst forth, collapsing onto the floor, gasping for breath. Blinking away the lingering shadows, she found herself in a vast chamber. In the center, a colossal tree shimmered with an otherworldly glow, its branches entwined in intricate patterns. Runes and sigils pulsed with vibrant energy along its bark, and leaves of pure silver rustled softly. From its trunk radiated a network of smaller trees and glowing flora, filling the chamber with an ethereal radiance. At the base of the central tree, a crystalline pool shimmered, its surface reflecting the celestial tapestry above. As Rory approached the pool, she noticed figures emerging from its depths, each more fantastical than the last. Elves with gossamer wings and flowing garments, dwarves with beards of braided gold, and gnomes with mischievous grins and pointed ears, all bowed before her. One of them, a regal elf with eyes like starlight, stepped forward. "Historian," he said, his voice resonating with reverence, "we have waited for you. You are the key to restoring our world, but beware, for with great power comes great peril." Rory, overwhelmed by the gravity of her role, felt a surge of responsibility. "I know not why I've been chosen," she replied, her voice echoing in the vast chamber, "but I will not falter. Tell me what I must do." The elf inclined his head. "Within the crystal grove," he began, "lies the wellspring of magic, a source of immense power. To restore the enchanted castle, you must retrieve a single drop of its essence." As the elf spoke, the other creatures murmured in agreement, their gazes hopeful yet apprehensive. "Die." "But be warned, historian," the dwarf chimed in, his voice gruff with concern. "The path to the wellspring is fraught with peril. Guardians of shadow lurk there, ever vigilant, seeking to thwart your efforts." Rory, determined to rise to the challenge, nodded resolutely. "I won't be deterred," she stated, her eyes flashing with newfound resolve. "Lead the way. I am ready to begin my quest." And so, with Rory at their forefront, the assembled creatures ventured forth, disappearing into the shimmering expanse of the crystal grove, eager to assist the historian on her perilous quest to restore the enchanted castle to its former glory. But lurking in the shadows, unseen and unknown, were the forces of darkness. Malevolence seeping into the land, ever watchful and ready to pounce. Will Rory prevail against the encroaching darkness, or will the shadow blight consume all hope? Stay tuned to find out as our story continues. And thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like before you go. And I'll see you next time.